Yo, 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 it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why she's more likely to submit to you when you hold frame, and why she's more likely, like I said, more likely, let's say attractive women in general are more likely to submit to you when you retain and you don't and you hold frame. Because the thing is, women do a lot of shit tests, compliance tests. They do a lot of tests to see if you're really who you say you are. And a lot of guys maybe fail, because the thing is, the secret is, let's say in life, if you're a man and you're trying to get yours, there's everything moves with sexual energy. If you can use your sexual energy to your potency, and hear me out on this, if you can use your sexual energy to your advantage, and you can harness it and transmute it through your daily actions, through your habits, through the mindset that you pick up, and just whatever business you're trying to create, then you're pretty much gonna be in a league of your own, and you really can get what you really want in life. Because the thing is, like, the difference, the reason why I guess some guys aren't as, if you're maybe your dating life isn't where you really want it to be, or your success in life isn't where you really want it to be, it's this thing is because the thing is, guys are not intentional enough, and they're wasting their sexual energy. They're wasting it every single day. They're wasting it. They're giving it to her. They're relapsing on the bedsheet. They're not giving it. They're not transmuting it into their physical assets. You have to transmit it into physical assets. You can talk all you want, but if your actions don't match your words, then you're not doing anything. You're not creating anything. And what I mean by physical assets, like okay, so people with money is a misnomer. It means people with assets. And assets are basically things that put money into your pocket. The more assets you acquire in your life, meaning assets could be things like real estate, like owning rental properties, having an online business, things like that. Things that, regardless if you're there or not, it still makes you money. If you have, let's say, if you're advertising, let's say on Facebook, and your ads are ongoing, you have an asset. You have something where, regardless if you leave your bed or not, you can still create money. You can still earn money. And the thing is, what the law of compensation is, you get paid according to the service rendered. The more you give out, the more you create something that's intangible, that wasn't really given to you, the more you're likely to succeed financially. Because the thing is, to follow the path that was given to you is a common way of action. Is a common way of action. It's a way of action that a lot of people take, but therefore all progress is made by men who create their own path. Men who are unreasonable, men who are willing to do whatever it really takes to get theirs, to create assets, and to live really abundantly. And if you, like I said, if you utilize your sexual energy and you transmit it through, like I said, physical strength, mental strength, spiritual strength, you will be living in a heaven-like state on earth. The thing is, the reason why difficulties come to guys and lack is prevalent in their reality is because, one, their habits, they're just not being intentional about they're not intentional enough. You have to set. Humans are intention setting machines, meaning they can set an intention and then they can follow up with it like clockwork. And the person who's willing to stick to this the longest is usually the person who really gets what he wants. And like I said, physical assets, maybe rental properties, advertisements, products, selling products, maybe even creating your own product or selling another person's product. These are these are digital assets that you can have. And if you're willing to stick through this, you really will have an ascended path. You will be living in a heaven state like on earth. Because let's be honest, times are tough for a lot of people. Times are tough for a lot of people. If there's only one source of income coming in, and that income is gone, then there's a lot of people questioning what they should do. A lot of people are questioning things. They're starting to. People are starting to wake up to things. They're starting to wake up. Maybe the path that was given to me, maybe is an obsolete path. Maybe the things that I was taught may be obsolete. Maybe it worked in the industrial age, but now we're in the information age, and the things that were taught in the industrial age may not work as well. And 10, 20, 30 years, we will find out. Let's look at, let's say, something like Amazon. As to why did one person seem to create a convenient type of business, and a lot of people are just kind of wondering like how it all happened. Well, the thing is, he stuck with it. Like, you have to have one thing that you're going through hell and back with. You have to stick with something for at least 5 to 10 years for it to populate and it to be free flowing, something that you can keep or you can sell in the long run. People laughed at him. The thing is, if the key to success in anything that you do, in any single thing, is how long are you willing to go through it, regardless of all the things that you go through. How long? 5, 10, 15 years? If you're good at soccer, and then you're trying to teach people how to play certain specific skills in soccer. How long are you willing to go through a lot of things, to go through the worst of things, to go through the best of things, to pan out? And a lot of people quit the 99 time, but the 100 time is when they win. And like I said, the big problem is like earning money for a lot of people. They go to their job may not pay as well as it could, or it's like just or they might get laid off because of COVID or something like that. And people were depending on that one source of income to feed their family. And this is a big problem. This is a very big problem. Because if that source of income isn't coming in, then what are people to do? So the best thing is to self-educate. Self-education is the new education. Google is free for everybody. It's how long are you willing to stick through certain things to get what you really want? How long are you willing to struggle and go through a lot of things to get what you really want, to get what you really desire? A lot of people aren't willing to stick it through. The person who sticks it through is usually the one who wins. Jeff Bezos, he stuck it through and he got what he wanted. And now people are hating on him. He has the means to give certain people people back a king's ransom, and that's just an off day for him. Think about how unlikely this seems, and how he made it alive. And this can happen to anybody. It's just that how long are you willing to stick through something? And like I said, transmuting physical sexual energy to, let's say, a business, or let's say your passion, something that you're just very good at already, and then creating that to monetize it, is pretty much how you can really live that abundant life that you really want. Someone like Idris Elba, he was talking about how people wouldn't hire him to act and stuff, and now he used his creative energy to basically become a very well-rounded actor. Or someone like Lil Uzi Vert, he used his creative energy. He restrained from relapsing for a while, and he used his creative energy to create music that is very well known through the masses. So this is it. Like, you could either sacrifice everything for something that you want later, or you can just consistently relapse and be in the same spot in the next 5 to 10 years. This is all it boils down to. How are you willing to really get out of an unwanted circumstance? Who's willing to really go there to get what they really want? And like I said, semen retention, no-fap, helps you realize these things. You start realizing these things because once you become a more spiritual aware person. You have a spiritual awakening if you can go through retention for a while. A lot of people are not woke to certain things because they just keep spilling their sexual energy. They don't meditate. They're spilling everything they get. They're never asking questions. Curiosity is where it starts. If you start asking a lot of questions, you will start figuring things out. People just do not question anything. They take whatever was given to them and then they take it to heart without any questions. But no one's looking around and say, who's actually successful who followed this path? Who's actually successful? Every single person has their own level of success. You can't tell somebody else's success and give it to somebody else because there's two different definitions of success. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And everybody's success, quote unquote, a subjective term, which is success, everyone's success is different. So, I mean, how long are you willing to go there? And like I said, your sexual energy can help you get to where you want it to be. If you don't waste it now and you keep it and you use the energy from your sexual energy and you attract certain things, you attract businesses, you attract assets, you attract certain social skills, charisma, and things like that, you're going to be a very well-rounded individual. And then eventually you're going to get a lot of things handed to you because you were willing to do the dirty work. This is how things go. So yeah, sexual energy really helps you become what you want to be if you use it to your advantage. And your beliefs, like I said, your beliefs start to change when you go on semen retention. Your beliefs, because the thing is, we were taught since let's say 13 to 14 years old, or in this society that pussy is everything. Like, if you get it, you're good. Like, if you get it, you're good. Like, you're okay. Like, people ask, like, and it's not anything that we're against. It's just that where are people's priorities? Because when in Kendrick Lamar's verse, when shit hit the fan, are you really a fan? Like, the thing I'm trying to say is, they want you to focus on everything that's not you. They want you to focus on every single thing that isn't you. If it's not helping you get any better in the long run, if it's instant gratification, then it would be in your best interest just to avoid it. If it's people are so focused on celebrities, on pro sports, on just things that really are not helping them get out of their situation. And being comfortable is also a very big scam. If you're comfortable, there is no, if you're a man and you don't have the things that you really want, you don't have the assets that you really want, you don't have, let's say, the woman that you really want, you're just selling for whatever you can get, then there is no reason why you should be like watching TV or being distracted. You really have to grind and get what you want. This is the only way to live a high vibrational life, because once you live high vibrational, meaning nothing can really phase you anymore, you're okay alone. The kingdom will be given to you, because a man who chases women isn't really going to get what he wants from life. He's always going to be shortcomings. He's always going to see other people doing very well, and he's always going to wonder why he isn't there. These are very big things that happen to people. And if you're constantly going to chase, but never attract, then you're always going to get the second. If someone else starts thinking for you and you don't question it, if you don't think for yourself, someone else is gonna think for you, and they're gonna give you the shorter end of the stick. They're gonna give you the shorter end of the stick. Because at the end of the day, people really only care about themselves. Like I said, people only really care about themselves. People only care in what's best for them. People are trying to help other people when their cup isn't full. You can't help another person if your cup isn't full yet. People are always focused on what other people are doing. The Olympics, the Biles, she quit, Trump, CNN, all of these things, but they're missing the bigger picture. They're forgetting the fact that they are more capable. They're more capable than they really thought. They're more capable than they really thought, and they keep getting programmed with this programming, and they're not exerting themselves. They're not reaching their full potential. They're letting life pass by, and they're still in the same spot. They're still complaining. 5 years goes by, and they're still complaining. They're still not where they want to be financially. They're still not where they want to be physically. They're still not where they want to be spiritually. They don't have a great connection with the divine. They don't have a great connection with the Most High, and they're always complaining about certain things. And this is a very big problem, because if you don't think for yourself, other people will think for you, and they're going to give you the shorter end of the stick. And like I said, semen retention helps you realize that you're a very confident being. You're meant to be confident. You were meant to be strong. You were meant to be faith. You're meant to use faith. You're meant to become a very significant human being. But it doesn't work, or it's not gonna happen, or they let doubt infiltrate their mind, and they never really get anywhere that they really want to go. So yeah, like I said, semen retention helps you realize this perspective, because if we were told this whole life that we were supposed to get anything we were supposed to get her every whim, kiss up to her, so we can finally have the thing that we want from her, then what happens if we hold back and we retain, and then we build ourselves up, and now we're the ones who get to pick and choose like who we want, instead of as soon as we get one, then your life is over type, or you start settling for life, if that makes sense. So yeah, your perspective starts changing. You start becoming more significant, and you start becoming who you really are when you go on semen retention. There's a perspective shift, and the right people will start flocking into your life eventually. Like this video if you thought it was helpful, and comment and subscribe. Peace.